Hello friends, how are you? We are going to witness one more balancing chemical equation, that is the reaction between barium chloride and aluminium sulphate. Let's work out the balancing of this equation. I have noted down the atoms as well as the polyatomic atoms present on the reactants as well as the products. The reaction is between the barium chloride and aluminium sulphate to form aluminium chloride and barium sulphate. The atoms and polyatoms I have noted are barium, aluminium, sulphate and chlorine or chloride. Let's list out the atoms on both the sides of the chemical equation. That is, just a second. Barium at the left hand side, only one atom. Right hand side also only one atom. Aluminium at the left hand side, two atoms, but at the right hand side only one atom. Sulphate at the left hand side, three atoms, because after the sulphate outside the bracket the subscript 3 is mentioned. Sulphate at the right hand side only one time. Chlorine at the left hand side two times. Chlorine at the right hand side three times. When we check aluminium atom at the left hand side two times, but the right hand side only one time. The right hand side only once. Therefore, what we can do, that one needs to be made once, that one has to be multiplied by 2 to make into equal both the sides. So this 2 has to be written as the coefficient of aluminium chloride. When this aluminium chloride is multiplied by this 2, the coefficient 2, now the chlorine atoms on the right hand side will change. Already it was mentioned as 3, now it has become 6 times. So this 3 becomes 6, because 2 times 3, 6. But the left hand side chlorine, 2 times only are there. So this 2 has to be multiplied by 3 times. Where we need to multiply before chlorine, that is the barium chloride, has to be multiplied by the coefficient 3. When we multiply, what happens? Number of barium atoms at the left hand side will become 3 times. But the right hand side, it is only once. Therefore, what has to be done? This has to be multiplied by 3 times. This barium at the right hand side has to be multiplied by 3 times. That is, the barium is present in barium sulphate. So the barium sulphate has to be multiplied by 3 times. Now when we check the atoms on both the sides of the equation, barium both the sides 3 atoms, aluminium 2 atoms both the sides. Sulphate also, now when we multiply this 3, the coefficient 3 by barium sulphate, sulphate automatically becomes 3. So sulphate also both the side 3 times. Chlorine or chloride both side 6 times. So all the atoms of the elements or the reactants as well as the product side are equal. Therefore, this equation is balanced now. The balanced chemical equation for this reaction is 3 moles of barium chloride plus 1 mole of aluminium sulphate gives 2 moles of aluminium chloride plus 3 moles of barium sulphate. Thank you so much for watching.